Hey, what's going on, y'all? I want to come on here and do a quick video and tell y'all about something that happened to me, an experience that I had about 3 years ago while I was in a relationship with a Jezebel. You see where I'm at? I'm out here chilling. I just got done working, and now I'm out here just chilling, relaxing. It's my little chill spot. It's real cool and it's real cool, real cozy in here. You know what I'm saying? So the story's really about an old man. All right, there's this old dude who, when I first, this old dude that I used to see in the bars or whatever, he's probably like 70 something years old. He's an old man. He's probably like in his 70s or 80s. He's real old, but he carries himself real cool, real sharp. You know what I mean? He wore a lot of like gold. I always noticed he had this real nice gold watch. It was definitely a Rolex. And he used to wear some shades every now and then. They'd be like gold frame. He had it going on, like some nice gold rings. And he was an old man, but he had some swag about him. He didn't carry himself like real old like that, not at all. I never formally met this dude. When I first seen him, when I first encountered him, it was probably going back maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. Now, ever since the first time that I met this dude, he took a liking to me, and we never even spoke a word. We'd be sitting there, I'd be at the bar, or he'd be already there and I come in, or I'll already be there and he came in. But one day I was at the bar, and the old head, he just bought me a drink. And I'm like, thank you. He's like, yeah. But then that became like a regular thing. Like whenever I see this man, like we became kind of friends because he just buy me a drink. I just be sitting there just chilling, and he'd be like, give my man a drink, whatever he want. And I just order myself a drink. You know what I'm saying? He was that kind of cool dude. It'd be a time where, say, I'd be sitting there. Well, we became kind of associate a little bit, to the point where we would speak to each other. Like I'll come in the bar and I say what up to everybody who I knew, and he'd be one of the people who I just say, hey, how you doing? I say what's up to him. But it never got to the point where we had a discussion or a conversation. And I didn't see this man that often. I only see this guy probably maybe once a month. If that. I'll probably see him once every 2 months. I never really seen this dude all like that, but whenever I did, he was cool with me. And I was cool with him. Hey, how you doing? But we never had a conversation where he never even knew my name, and I never even knew his name. We never became acquainted, and we never had a conversation with each other. He would just buy me a drink every now and then. And sometimes, like when I was in the mood, or if I was buying drinks, or if I just had the money on me, I'd be like, I'd get him one. And so after me encountering this dude, probably maybe like 3 times, maybe like the 3rd or the 4th time that I actually seen this guy, one day I was at a bar that I never go to. It was like a restaurant. It was a bar and grill, you feel me, where they served food. I was fresh out of jail. I got out of jail. I got out of jail, and the very next day I went down to this little nice, calm little restaurant. It's quiet in there. You know what I'm saying? You want to avoid the hood and all that. That's where you just go. You don't want to be around nobody who really knows you. This is where you go. So I went down there by myself, and I'm chilling. It's a new atmosphere. I'm chilling. Nobody know me. I'm dressed. I'm chilling. Well, as I'm sitting there minding my business by myself, that old head, he come walking in, and he came right over and he sat down at the table with me. And he was like, hey, what's up? Young buck, young blood, or whatever. How you doing? I'm like, I'm all right. How you doing? He like, oh, by the way, I was in jail for like 2 months. I was in jail for 2 months, 60 days. He was like, how you doing? I didn't tell him I was in jail or nothing. I don't think I told him. He probably just know he ain't seen me in a while, but he barely sees me anyway. So anyway, so he comes in, he sits at the table with me, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm all right." I have what I have. I had a pitcher of beer. And I had some Captain Morgan. And this is back when I used to drink. I don't drink no more. He was like, "Hey, yo," this is what he said to me out of nowhere. He was like, he said, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. Don't beat yourself up about it." I'm like, "About what?" I'm like, "About what? I'm chilling. I'm cool." He was like, "You're having woman issues. You're having woman problems." He said, "And don't worry about it. Don't let it get to you." I'm like, because I know that I'm composing myself good. I know that I'm not wearing I know I'm not down here like sitting down like I'm down in the depths. I know that I'm chilling. I know that I'm just sitting here carrying myself like normal. But he could see through it. I'm like, "What makes you say that?" I said, "What makes you think I'm going through something?" He was just like, "I know." He said, "I just know. When I know," he said, "when you know, you know." He said, "And I'm telling you to don't worry about it." He said, "But here's my advice." He said, "Here's my advice." He said, "Don't do nothing." He said, "She's doing you wrong. She's doing you dirty." He said, "Don't do nothing back." He said, "She's cheating on you. Don't cheat back." He said, "She's talking dirty to you. Don't talk dirty back." He said, "Don't feed into it. Don't give into it." He said, "Your goal," and this, I didn't say anything. I didn't tell him anything was going on. I didn't even agree that nothing was going on. He just started telling me about me. He said, "Your goal is to stay as innocent and as blameless as possible. Do not give her a reason, a excuse, or anything to point at you about. Stay innocent." I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, all right. I'm just agreeing. I never admitted to him that I'm just. He knew by me agreeing with him. Okay, all right, that's what I'll do. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And then he told me. He said, "Listen." He said, "Listen, young blood." He said, my wife used to cheat on me, bro." He said, "I was married to this woman like 40 something years." He said, "She gonna have the nerve to wait until we were in our 60s to start cheating on me and shit." I'm like, "Wow, bro." I said, "What you do?" He said, "I let her go ahead and cheat." He said, I didn't do anything." He said, "I didn't cheat back." He said, "I stayed home. I went to work." He said, "I did everything I was supposed to do. I didn't do anything back." I said, "Did you leave her?" He said, "No, I ain't leave her." He said, "She left me." He said, "Now, there wasn't no way I was going to let her come back. Yeah, if I ain't mistaken," he said, "I wouldn't let her come back." He said, "But she left me, and that was it." I said, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, that's back when we was in our 60s. I said, "Well, where's she at now?" I said, "Well, what's going on with her now? Do y'all still talk? Do you hear about her or anything now?" He said, "No, man, she been died." He said, "She died like 20 years ago." He said, "She been gone." He said, "She died." He said, "She died around the age of 60. He said, "She died around that time." I'm like, wow, bro. Wow. And he was telling me something without telling me. He was basically telling me that karma, listen, he was a wise old man. He was a very wise and intelligent, and he had morals about him. He didn't want to tell me. He wanted me to just feel and experience. You could tell that he wasn't happy that she died, but he was telling me in so many words that she got what she had coming to him. And he was also telling me, this is what I know now. At the time I didn't know, but what I know now is he's telling me that if you stay with your hands clean, then you will always win and come out on top. He was telling me that, this is what I know now. He was telling me that by him staying innocent, that he wasn't prolonging her karma. I'm telling you, Now, from me to you, I'll tell you right now that when you stay hands-free, clean, innocent, I know you be ready to hurt somebody. I know you be ready to choke them. I know you be ready to scream and argue and smack and do all kind of crazy shit. I know you be wanting to yell and pour your heart out because why do you don't deserve this? Why are you doing this shit to me? How could you? I know that's what you want to do, but they take that energy and you're filling up their cup. All you're doing is keep filling up their cup with your energy. Okay, when they start to do you like this and they start to they think they're finding better in someone else other than you, let them go ahead. But what they wind up finding out is that this person is just not better than you. Their energy doesn't match yours. You just happen to be drained out at the moment. That's why whenever you recharge or whenever you stop dealing with them for a while, they always come back. But then they use you, toy with you, and then they leave you alone again. Okay? But here's the thing. When they leave, you don't let them come back. You let them be gone. Okay? And you don't, or while they're doing them on you, you don't go out and play tit for tat. If you weren't already out there fucking and sucking, don't go do it. Because for tit for tat, narcissists and Jezebels, which they're one and the same, they love tit for tat. They love to play that game. Because when you do that, they're just taking your energy. You keep filling keep filling their cup up with your energy. They're going to always stay 1 or 2 steps ahead of you because this person is evil. They were born evil. You, on the other hand, you weren't born evil. You're an empath. They were born evil. They've been doing this shit for a living. They're going to beat you at this game of tit for tat because they've been living and thriving off of other people's energy since way back. Since way back. Don't you understand? That's why narcissists, that's why they always stay in close contact with their mommy. They never really let go of the nipple or with their daddy. That's why you can be in an argument and they'll call up their mom and start telling their mom or their friend or their dad or their cousin or somebody about y'all argument, about y'all's debate to get somebody to, you see what I mean? They stay latched on to other sources. They have the umbilical cord still attached with their mother, spiritually still attached. You know what I'm saying? They're still attached to their dad, if he's in their life, to their dad's testicles. They're even still attached to their ex-boyfriend or girlfriend's testicles or whatever, energy. They're still attached. They really can't let go. And you'll see that when y'all part ways, that they never really detach from you either. They stay watching your videos. They stay watching your social media. They stay tapped in some way, somehow. They can't never just leave. So what the old head was telling me was, by you staying innocent, you are not prolonging, by you not doing anything, you're not prolonging their karma to come and hit them. You see what I'm saying? If you just say, okay, you got me, whatever, it is what it is, their karma comes and catches them up with them real quick. But if you're playing tit for tat and doing the same evil that they're doing to you, then it's not going to be like that. What the hell is that? Oh, there's a scorpion in here. Oh. The hell? Anyway, y'all. So that was the moral to the story. He was telling me keep my hands clean. He was letting me know that her karma hit her quick. He said this shit all broke out when they were in their 60s. You know what he told me? He said that she waited till they got in their 60s to start really clubbing and partying and out shaking her ass and going out all the time and just being out there. That's what he said. He said she used to be a good wife. But he said when they got in her 60s, she just went for the streets. He said she was for the streets. That's what he said. He said she was for the streets. He said he stayed a good, loyal husband. He said she died, bro. He said she chose the streets and just died. He's a wise man. He's a wise man, so he gave me wise information. He's been in relationships all of his life. He's seen the ups and downs. He's seen where shit goes. He sees where shit leads. He's seen the ending story. He literally seen the final story of a Jezebel. He's seen where it leads to. He really had the information to be able to give me in order to combat this type of scenario and win. And I didn't even tell him what I was going through. I didn't say a word to him. He just knew it. He knew it off my energy. This elderly man, bro. And you know what? He was a good man, yo. And I don't know about him. I left that town. But that wasn't the last time I saw him. I saw him again and again after that. And we went back to not really speaking. We went back to the way that it always was. Although that night, me and that man sat there and conversated for probably like an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? We did. And I seen him again and again after that. And it went right back to normal. It was like the conversation never happened. It was like, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Get young bud, a drink, whatever you want. Thanks, old head, appreciate it. And that's how it went. Did I take heed to the old head's information? I tried, but I couldn't. I was too deep. You know how it is when you're in too deep with a Jezebel, with a narcissist, when they literally have you by the fucking balls or by the breasts, when they have you drugged down into that dark abyss and they really, really got you. That's how I was. I was too far gone. And I was too immature, and I was too unhealthy, heavy into alcohol, smoking cigarettes. What kind of fool would go to jail where there's no alcohol, where there's no cigarettes? I was working out, feeling good, looking good. What kind of fool gets out and just jumps right back on cigarettes and drinking alcohol? Well, that's what I did. Alcohol and dealing in a narcissistic relationship, that goes hand in hand like noodles and spaghetti sauce. It goes hand in hand. If you're not an alcoholic, or you don't smoke cigarettes, or you don't put those kind of stuff in your vessel, a Jezebel or like a narcissist couldn't have the type of control over you that they did. They wouldn't be able to have that over you because they're toxic people. Okay? So you need a toxic triangle. You need you to be toxic and putting toxic in your body. You need her to be toxic or him to be toxic, and then you need toxic cigarettes, alcohol. That makes the whole triangle. You need all of that to come together. If you're not dealing in that, if they see that you're stopping drinking alcohol and you're cutting out cigarettes or smoking weed or whatever it was that you used to do, you will realize that the relationship between y'all two is starting to fade anyway. It's starting to fade because this person doesn't like you like that. This person doesn't like you sober. This person is going to ramp up on you to try to make your nerves get so bad to make you drive back to smoking and drinking. Okay? I'm telling you, if you quit smoking and drinking and you start going to the workout, you're going to go work out at the gym. This demon will use that time while you're at the gym to cheat on you. You know? So when you try to find other things to do that's not toxic, and they are toxic, so they're not going to do these things with you, like working out or going, I don't know, fishing or you know, in nature. That's not what they're into. So while you're going to go do that by yourself, they're cheating with you. So you can't just leave you got to leave the whole toxic lifestyle alone. You got to leave the alcohol, that toxic. You got to leave the toxic shit alone, and you got to leave the toxic relationship alone. Okay? And so yeah, that's just the advice. That's just the advice that the old head gave me. So that's the advice that I'm going to give you. If someone's treating you like that, if someone's treating you bad, you're dealing with a narcissist. Usually you're attached in this kind of relationship. You're very attached. So it's hard to just up and just walk away. That's very hard to just up and just walk away. But I'll tell you what, you can stop giving emotional reactions. When they call you out of your name, you can let them just go ahead and have that. When they bring up things about your past, things that you've been through, traumatic things that hurt you in your life, when they bring it up and try to throw it in your face to get a bad reaction out of you, you don't give it. You see what I mean? And when they cheat on you, don't cheat back. When they cuss you out, don't cuss them back out. This is you making your way towards the exit. they're going to get rid of you, which is easier. It's easier for them to get rid of you sometime than it is for you to get rid of them, because they groom you to the point where you become dependent on them. Okay? But when they want nothing more to do with you because they're not getting that type of reaction out of you, that type of energy out of you, it's like you're a dry well. Who wants a dry well that you can't dip in and get some water from whenever you feel like it? So when you become a dry well, they're going to get rid of you. And when they do that, you don't go back. And their karma's going to smack them fast. Alright? So, wherever that old dude is, I send thanks out into the universe so that it reaches him. I send good vibes out into the universe towards him so that it reaches him. Appreciation out into the universe so that it reaches him. And I hope that he's okay, and I hope that he's doing good. Because in this past year, a lot of people who I hold dearest, not necessarily family members, but a lot of people who I hold dearest to my heart have died within this past year. So take it easy on. I just felt like that I shared that with you. Peace.